Now that you've learned a thing or two about significant figures, I want to use this video to make sure that you don't overdo it in situations where it might be disastrous. And to give you an example there, let's say that I were to tell you that someone or something, I don't know, let's say something is 112 centimeters. Let me write it this way: 112. Actually, let's make it interesting. 112.2 centimeters long, some object long. So there's some object, it's 112.2 centimeters long. You were able to measure to the nearest tenth of a centimeter of how long it is. And then someone were to ask you, well, how long would 5 of these objects be? So let me write that down. How long would 5 of these objects, end to end, how long would that be? So you have one object, you put another object, 3 objects, 4 objects, 5 objects. How long would this be? And so before we even talked about significant figures, you would just say, well, it's 112.2 times 5. So let's multiply that out. 112.2 times 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry, or I guess you could say regroup the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. And then we have one number behind the decimal, so we get 561.0. And so there's something interesting here. So let me rewrite it. We have 112.2 times 5, and we get 561.0. And this was in centimeters. And then this is going to be in centimeters as well. And then you look at the significant, and then now all of a sudden let's care about the significant figures. So in this, right over here, in this measurement, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures. 4 significant figures. But there might be a temptation for you to say, wait, I'm multiplying that by something that only has one significant figure. 5 is only one significant figure. So shouldn't my answer only have one significant figure? And that would be completely wrong. That would be a disaster. And the reason why is that you shouldn't count the 5 when you're calculating significant figures, because this was not a measurement. This is a pure number. This is, you could have written 5.000000. We're taking exactly 5 of these objects and putting them next to each other. This isn't some approximation, some measurement. So this is of infinite precision. So this doesn't affect the significant figure calculation. It is a pure number. You're saying exactly 5. So in this situation, you once again just look at the measurements. And there's only one measurement here, has 4 significant figures. So our product in this case should have 4 significant figures. So our product, actually the way we wrote it right here, actually does have 4 significant figures. So this would be a completely legitimate thing to write down. And that's because this has infinite precision. It is a pure number.